Alright, let's go ahead and look at the first problem on this screen. Question says, how many grams of meat are in a quarter pound or 0.25 pound hamburger? So this is just a straightforward conversion. If we take a look at the problem, the first thing we want to do is we want to identify what is the definitive quantity that we are supposed to convert. And so if I take a look here, it looks like 0.25 pounds is what we're going to be starting out with. So first step we do is we want to write out what's given to us. So 0.25 pounds, okay, that's the quantity we want to convert. And then we want to figure out what is it we're trying to get to. The question wants us to take that quantity and convert it to how many grams would that be. So what I'm going to do at the very top here, I'm going to develop our roadmap, if you will. We're currently in the unit of pounds, and I want to convert that into the unit of grams. And so I ask myself, how many conversion factors do I need? In other words, how many steps does it take to get from pounds to grams? Do I know a direct conversion that would get me from pounds to grams, or do I have to do it in multiple steps? And if we take a look in our notes from the previous slides, there is a conversion that gets us from pounds to grams. I'll write that off to the side here. The notes tell us that 1 pound is equal to 453.6 grams. So this conversion factor right here is going to get us from pounds to grams. And so down here, all we need to do is just set up one simple conversion factor. So I'm going to do that here. So anytime you hear me say set up a conversion factor, it's this fraction that I'm asking you to set up. Now before you put in any numbers, it's always a good idea to put in the units first. So the unit we want to cancel out is the pounds. So I put that on the bottom here so that way it'll cancel out because it's on the top over here. So pounds will cancel and grams is what I'm trying to get to, so that'll go on the top there. Now before I put in any numbers, I just want you to see that what's going to happen is the pounds are going to cancel out and you'll be left in the unit of grams, which is what we want. So now we can go ahead and put in the numbers that would make these two units equal to each other, and that's what we have right up here. So 1 pound is going to equal 453.6 grams. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply that. I'm going to do 0.25 times 453.6. And when we just simply multiply that out to get our number, we end up getting 113.4 grams. But I'm going to want to round that to significant figures. And so if I look at the number that my problem gives me, okay, this number right here, 0.25, that has 2 sig figs, because remember the 0 doesn't count since it's at the beginning. And so I'm going to record this number to 2 sig figs. So the closest number that I can round that to is 110. So 110 grams is my answer.